We've got today for our Hash Global Leadership Conversation 1 project, we've got Ronel, Minnaar, industrial psychologist, and she's the owner and founder of AdvanceLead. And it's a privilege for us to have her with us as we discuss how to turn around the global leadership crisis with pockets of excellence here and there. But of course, we know we have a problem. So Ronel would have a strong view about our 2 key questions as part of conversation 1. And in time, we will have conversation 2. Ronel, Minnaar, welcome.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, Ronel, what is the most important quality or attribute we need to develop, awaken, improve in leaders if we are going to turn around the global leadership crisis that currently exists?
So, Adrian, in answering the question, for me, a strong view, I would say I have, is that leaders need to develop the ability to unlock potential within people, that either people that they lead, people that they work with, colleagues, even the leaders that they report into. I've been recently trained as a neuro coach, and in understanding neuroscience and how it works, I think there's a lot that we don't understand of the human element. And the way to develop leaders in that ability to unlock potential is to help them understand what lies within people, the potential, the latent potential, the thoughts, the experience that people have. And I think quite often people are blocked because they have fears, limiting beliefs. They're not sure that they can provide input into what the project asks. So a leader's ability to unlock the potential, for me, is key. Yeah.
All right. So as I say to other interviewees or experts out there, you could mention many things that you think is the top priority, the top quality that we need to develop in leaders. And you're saying when you work with leaders, you think the priority is to help them develop the ability to unlock the potential of their people.
That's good.
And I want to dig a little bit deeper into the why. Why do you put that one at the top of the list? Is it because of the dynamic world we live in? Do problems and issues come faster than ever before? Leaders can't be autocratic know-it-alls at the top anymore. You know, why would you put that one at the top? Let's explore that a little bit, and then we go into how do you train leaders to have that capacity to unlock the potential of people. We'll go to that in a moment. But why is that your number 1 choice?
The number 1 choice for me, and the options you've mentioned, it struck a bell with me. You know, it's really that we are in such a fast-paced environment that we work in. The world, if you look at the 4th Industrial Revolution, where change is just part of life, we know it, but the speed at which changes are introduced. With digitalization, it's not anymore the technical skill necessarily. It is what people offer that machinery and technology cannot bring. And when a leader has the ability to unlock that potential, the questions that we are faced with, the challenges that the project team needs to address, and a very quick speed, that ability makes leaders sought after, because it's not your job anymore. It's not the position that you sit in the job. It's not the title you hold. It's the ability to influence. And when you influence, it's about what you unlock in others.
Okay. A human being is an interesting thing. I remember tweeting recently that a human being is a strange thing, because on the one end, we're so weak. We can't see a minute into the future. We struggle to be present all the time. The further back I go into my past, the less I remember. We make mistakes. We have so many weaknesses as human beings, yet the potential inside us is infinite. The potential is crazy. So let's then see, how do I develop a leader with the relevant capacity to unlock the potential of their people? Where do I start? So I'm a leader. I've got 200 people in my division. I want to unlock their potential. How can you help me develop the capacity to do that? Is it a mindset thing? What are the barriers? How do we do that?
So you've asked a few things within that question. So there is definitely barriers. And I think sometimes the barriers sit within our own mindset as an individual. And when a leader believes, I need to have the answers, then that becomes a very specific barrier that prevents a leader to actually do the work to unlock potential. So when I work with leaders, it's first at the individual level. So it is through leadership coaching, executive coaching, understanding what is it within you that prevents you from being okay with inviting and seeing people as potential and probably more knowledgeable than you. So it's definitely that, executive coaching, using neuroscience, so many new work that has recently been seen in the last probably 7 years on neuroscience, and to connect that with the human being. So that's first. And then assisting a leader to develop coaching capability, how to listen, how to ask questions, and figure out when and catch an individual reporting to them or working with them on a project team when they go through blocking mindsets, so fears or unlimiting beliefs, and to notice it's there and to use then a skill of leader as coach to engage with the leader, with his individual in a different level.
So would you agree with me if I say one of the reasons the coaching industry, executive coaching industry has mushroomed so much over the world, all across the world, is because leaders lack that ability to coach, because leaders are not good at coaching people to unlock their potential. The coaching industry has actually boomed. Is that perhaps why?
I would think it's one of the reasons. I cannot put myself in a position where I say leaders cannot coach. I just think that we've never really saw that as a key leadership capability that's required. And I think that's what is happening at the moment in industry worldwide, is that leaders start figuring out there's something else, because they sometimes see the skill or the experience in the individual they lead, but they can't figure out why this person does not perform. Why is it that they cannot actually do what they feel is latent talent? So I don't want to position myself with a mindset that leaders cannot coach. I just think it's now for the first time that they realize that is such a cost-effective way to develop a skill within me to unlock that potential in teams and people that I lead.
Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of leaders, if they put their minds to it, they can coach, but they just don't, because they're in meetings all the time, because they have this pressure to deliver, because they have so many reports to go through and they have so much to do and so many places to be. And in the end, they think the long route is coaching people, but it's probably the shortcut to achieving their potential in their business. But thank you, Ronel. So firstly, you say at the top of the list of qualities or attributes we need to develop in leaders if we're going to turn around the global leadership crisis is to unlock the potential of their people. And then to unlock that potential, you certainly said one of the strong things would be to coach leaders, to teach them to be coaching leaders, to teach them the capacity and the ability to coach their people in order to unlock the potential. Because in the end, I guess, unlocking someone's potential is always an individual thing to a large degree. And therefore, the leader needs to catch the vision of saying, how do I get Ronel's potential out of her? Let me sit with her one-on-one and coach her and help her get rid of the barriers that stop her from believing what her potential is. So am I capturing it somewhat? Anything else that you want to say? Anything else?
Yeah, so Adrian, well captured. I think it's critical that a leader works with a coach so that they know how to, and then the capability lies within the leader to then work sustainably with their teams at a different way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to another round of conversation, but for now, that is what sits very, very close to my heart.
Well, that's Global Leadership Conversation 1. Simple, short. You get your voice out there. We've got a lot of voices coming into the pot, onto the table. So it'll be interesting to compare all that. And of course, once we put it on the Global Leadership Platform, people can comment and give their views, and we can expand this conversation into number 2, 3, 4. And you would definitely be part of that. Ronel Minnaar of AdvanceLead, thank you so much for being willing to give your time and to be part of this all-important conversation.
Thank you so much, Adrian.